miss when my baby kisses me.
In Aidensfield, they've been celebrating Christmas in the swinging sixes for more than a decade now.
Sleigh bells ring, are you listening?
And over 15 series, there have been 12 turkeys, 8 snowstorms,
As soon as you start to go for your line, one of these fake snowflakes straight down your throat.
7 Christmas kisses,
Just like this nervous rash just appeared all over my neck.
6 geese a laying,
No.
To have a live goose running around, the sound man go mad.
Don't you dare touch it.
It was a recipe for chaos.
4 Santas,
If you've not got 2 bob, you can't sit on Santa's knee. Get off.
3 babies, 2 canine reindeer,
Can't believe they did that to a dog.
1 shooting star, 1 megastar.
Charlotte Church taught everyone how to burp the alphabet.
And more stolen Christmas trees than you can shake a stick at.
The Christmas episodes are different. We get really excited, and we're up there filming for 11 months of the year, so anything that's an occasion, anything that lets the girls dress up and tinsel and decorations, and we're all like kids, we get really excited about it.
And Christmas.
It's all that sort of warmth about the Christmas period that I think, you gathered probably when you were a kid, and it stays with you. What would you like for Christmas?
A bike.
I've told you, you're not having a bike.
You tell Mummy that Santa knows where he can get one at cost.
Of course, Christmas has never been just for kids, and at this time of year in Aidensfield, you can usually expect something a bit more grown up. Romance is often in the air.
Get off!
But sometimes it's not quite as much fun as it looks.
Whoever it is that you're kissing or having a romantic scene with, it's always going to be awkward, whether you get on with them well or not.
It's the crew, especially the male crew, who all get a bit immature about it. And John, if you don't want to kiss her, I'll do it. You know.
My first Christmas in Heartbeat was the first kiss between my character, Trish Summerby, the doctor, and Mike Bradley, the police officer, played by Jason Durr. And it was also my first screen kiss ever, I think. I don't think I'd done one before. So I was really nervous. Well, you've certainly had a busy day, Constable.
Yes, so have you, Doctor.
I'm glad you found Emma's dog for her. Do you talk about it beforehand? Do you say, you can go that way, I'll go that way, and are you allowed to use tongues? Merry Christmas, anyway.
Merry Christmas.
I don't know these things. I don't know.
I'd like you for Christmas.
It took several takes.
Please make my wish.
I did milk it a bit, I think.
'Cause I'd trade
If you have to kiss anyone, then Jason does. Well, he's not a bad person to kiss.
if I knew you'd be mine for always.
You'd have thought Christmas kissing would be a lot easier if the person you had to snuggle up to was one of your best mates. But for this couple, it was quite the opposite.
First prize, a kiss from the landlady.
Phil Bellamy and Gina Ward had been flirting for months in 2000 and finally got their first kiss when Phil rigged a raffle.
Hold on a sec. Og! It's me!
Because it's just a weird thing that if you've got a good friend like Trish and I are, to suddenly turn up and then be feeling like you're going to really neck someone is the most bizarre sensation. I'm sure lots of people love it, but we got really scared about it.
What sort of Santa are you?
Streetwise and chimney shy.
Well, it was just daft, really daft, because, I know his wife and he knows my husband, and we do go out.
Happy Christmas. I think even my wife had sent me some breath freshener, which I'm not sure what that says, so that I wouldn't embarrass myself with Trish.
And I just got this rash, and he got it as well. It's just like this nervous rash just appeared all over my neck, and he's like, "You're all right?" Saying, yeah, I'm fine. It's horrible.
May your days be merry.
Sadly, not everybody gets just what they want for Christmas.
I have asked the producers year after year, just one Christmas episode that maybe I could fall in love, and no. You know, I'm, 12 years on, not one snog in 12 years. What's going wrong?
Ah. Still, if there's one thing guaranteed to bring a smile to your face, it's the arrival of a man in red to join the boys in blue. And quite a few of the cast have worn the red robes over the years.
Santa
Who is it? It's me, Oscar. Gina, pat him out, otherwise they'll all think that Father Christmas has been on a strict diet.
Well, the best Father Christmas that we had was Bill Maynard, Greengrass. If anyone was born to play Father Christmas, it was Bill. And, you know, he had the beard and the suit and dare I say, the figure.
You've got to be joking.
No, it's very you.
Playing Santa had its good points, because when you put on those red robes, it makes you feel very ho ho ho, if you know what I mean.
Santa baby, I wanna...
Be careful, Mrs. Watkins. They're high enough, they're high enough. The only problem was I sometimes had to wear a false beard, and I've always hated wearing false beards, because I couldn't bear that glue that you have to stick the beards on, and I hate anything that you always want to like that, you know. Oh, look what she's found.
What's this?
Santa Claus might have caused a bit of bother over the years,
I want my money back.
but it was nothing compared to the trouble another Santa got into when he almost burned down the police station.
Well, do you walk again? One episode that we shot here at the police station, and Bill Simons, who plays Alf, had to play Santa. And he took his cigarette out, it was a lit cigarette, and the end fell off the cigarette and landed on his little costume beard, and it just started to smoulder. We were absolutely killing ourselves, desperate to keep going with the scene, because he was, but only because he was unaware. And it's there on tape. You can see his little beard just about to set off onto this horrible moment, really.
Unfortunately, not everyone has had the chance to play Santa.
I never got the chance to dress as Father Christmas, which, obviously now I'm a maturer man. Maybe I might get the chance. Maybe I'll come back as a guest Father Christmas.
Christmas in Aidensfield always looks wonderfully festive. But it can be a testing time for the actors because of the summer filming.
When we film Christmas episodes, the weather is normally boiling. And then they encase you in yards of duffel coat and ask you to look cold.
Right, whenever you're ready.
Oi!
It's painful to be stood in your trench coat and your itchy woolen police uniform, there's sweat rolling down your back.
We're all like this, got fans under the bar, like this, fanning ourselves down. We have to act like this, it's so cold.
With years of practice and the very latest snow machine technology, the Heartbeat crew have perfected the art of turning Aidensfield into a winter wonderland.
Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Man, it does.
But back in the early days, it was a lot more hit and miss.
To start with, I think there was a prop man with a washing up bowl, you know, and some washing up liquid, making a bit of frothy mess. Then they tried paper and little bits of tissue in there. And there was one episode where I think one actor actually got arrested and has to end up in the snow and came up with what looked like a custard pie on his face for his sins, because it was just foam.
You wait there. Right.
These days, the Heartbeat snow machines are state-of-the-art, but they can cause problems for the actors.
Trying to speak when you've got these snow machines going, that's a skill in itself. As soon as you start to go for your line, one of these fake snowflakes straight down your throat, choking all over the place. Can't go again. Takes another 20 minutes to reset, you know.
By and large, it looks fine. People don't want it to be entirely real. It's more important that it looks beautiful, and that suddenly, you know, you look out at the night sky and it'll be filled with white flakes. Preferably at the last minute. Look, it's snowing. There can be Christmas after all.
After the break, the joy of Christmas continues for those on the right side of the chopper. And Heartbeat goes to church for Aidensfield's biggest carol concert ever.
Hope she can sing.
They say never work with children or animals, but nobody's reported that to the Aidensfield police. They're everywhere at Christmas.
I remember the baby deer. I remember everybody cooing over the baby deer because it was just gorgeous. Little Bambi.
They might be cute and cuddly, but animals can sometimes get in the way.
Oh, what a day.
When PC Nick Rowan was about to propose to schoolteacher Joe Weston, he thought it would be just the two of them.
No.
Hang on.
What are you doing?
What, if we do it now, we can cook it in time for a late supper?
No.
To have a live goose running around, the sound man going mad, a bit of prune stuff.
Don't you dare touch it.
It all being a lot of fun for the crew, and us having to try and speak these obviously well-written lines. It was a recipe for chaos.
Give me that!
Only if you say you'll marry me.
What?
But I had my big chopper in hand, and how could she refuse me? Will you marry me?
One animal who for nearly 10 years got more fan mail than Santa was Alfred, who traditionally has been transformed into a baby reindeer at Christmas.
I suggested we should put some antlers on Alfred's head when I was playing Father Christmas, and he looked so funny. They put a little red nose on him.
And everybody accepts it. It's perfectly all right.
That's not a real reindeer.
Of course it's a real reindeer.
It's too small.
Except the little children who don't usually accept it. He's not a reindeer.
It's a dog. Even his antlers are stuck on. Look.
Hey!
Last year, Alfred retired, so now Aidensfield has a new star called Deefa, who's still carrying on the Christmas tradition.
What a great dog. She's only about 4 months old, if that, I think, and she's a bit sort of arms and legs. You know, she's a bit like that, you know, like a child, like a boy. That's a big one. But she's really good. I mean, she'll sit there in this sort of humiliating costume. I think she's the biggest pro of us all, really.
Probably the only things cuter than dogs wearing antlers are tiny tots all wrapped up for Christmas.
Hello, Santa.
Ho, ho, ho.
And one member of the cast has good reason to remember a particular child star who appeared in the 2000 Christmas special.
It was the episode where I was dressed up as a heavy and Greengrass and I were trying to extort some money out of a bank manager. And of course it went wrong, and I was chased out of the bank. And I ran down the street and escaped into a department store. I hid behind a row of little children queuing up to see Father Christmas. And what's so special about it is that I managed to pull a few strings and I got my little girl Annie to be one of the children. She was so thrilled because in those days I think she still thought that what I did for a living was poaching and get into the most terrible trouble.
We'd better go quietly, David. We don't want to upset the little ones, do we?
The little angel who made perhaps the biggest impact on Heartbeat was Charlotte Church, who played Katie, a girl who loses her love of singing because her parents are splitting up.
I've brought you your Christmas presents.
What do you want?
Oh, I can see you're wondering about the gun. Am I going to shoot my unfaithful wife?
Frank, please, not in front of Katie.
We knew who Charlotte Church was before she came to do the episode.
I'm nearly ready.
She'd sung for Bill Clinton, she'd sung for the Pope.
Oh, hello, Katie.
And it was the voice of an angel.
You've got a lovely voice.
My dad doesn't like me to sing.
I think everybody was maybe expecting that she was going to be a horror.
I wish I'd never come here.
Darling, they don't all hate you.
And when she turned up, and she was absolutely lovely, we had just the best couple of weeks.
We were having water fights outside between scenes. She was playing football with the crew.
She taught everyone how to burp the alphabet, which was quite mad. But it certainly broke the ice.
David somehow manages to make her get her confidence back. And there was a strange hush when we've got to film those scenes.
Who's the kid? Hope she can sing.
When she was 13, she had this brilliant, clear, wonderful classical voice, which just, knocked us all for six, really. It was lovely just to sit there and listen to her.
My character is a big softy, and he will cry at the slightest thing, which isn't always easy for me as an actor to do. But on that day, that was no problem whatsoever. The tears just came. It was an extraordinary moment, a lovely moment on the screen as well.
I've got a picture of me and her by a Christmas tree, and we do look quite similar. And people used to say that I could be her mother. How good is that? Oh, not good. I was like, what?
Charlotte Church made that year's Carol concert extra special, but she isn't the only singing star to have appeared in Aidensfield at Christmas. Last year, former Animal Alan Price dropped in to play travelling musician Frankie Rio.
Frankie!
I only did the show to impress my youngest daughter, who didn't believe that I was once famous. And so I know that all the teachers and the people at her school watch Heartbeat. So I thought it's a way of proving to her that I once had my name in capital letters.
Don't mention our name, Vernon. A bit of hush until we're in the clear. My lips are sealed.
Alan hadn't acted for over 30 years, but still managed to steal the show.
You wouldn't mind doing us a favour, would you? On behalf of all your fans here.
I think I know what you want, Gina.
The piano's through there.
It wasn't until he sat in the pub and it was just him and the piano playing House of the Rising Sun, just him alone, no backing or anything, that suddenly everybody's eyes locked onto him.
Now there is a house in New Orleans that they call the Rising Sun.
It was quite magical to hear that, not on a record, but live, and he hit every note perfectly.
Of many a poor boy, in God I know, 'cause I'm one.
I was quite relieved to be able to entertain them because I'd been such a pain in the filming because I wasn't really a good actor. So I'd sang a few of the hits that I had, sweated away, and they appreciated it and gave me a round of applause. It was my way of paying them back.
Aidensfield has played host to some impressive singing stars at Christmas. And some less than impressive ones.
Sarge, why don't we do everyone a favour and lock them in until after the concert?
Don't tempt me.
We had an episode where Bill Simons and I had to do a little bit of carol singing. It was great fun. I loved working with Bill.
In fields where they lay keeping their sheep.
And I chose for a Mickey take to do a sort of a Hilda Ogden moment.
On a cold winter's night that was.
Yeah, didn't go down well with the boys in the pub later when I went out.
Sometimes it's amazing any crime actually gets solved by the Heartbeat coppers at Christmas, because when they're not singing, they're dancing. And in 1998, there was a ballroom battle royale when Sergeant Craddock came face to face with his rival, former Sergeant Blaketon.
I partnered Auntie Mary, and Craddock was partnering his wife. And Craddock fancied himself as a ballroom dancer, but he didn't know that Blaketon could dance as well.
Although they were both supposed to be accomplished dancers, this was only half true.
I'm not a very good dancer, and I was supposed to be fantastically good. So there I am with Philippa Wilson. We're brilliant from the waist up. You know, all of that, very good in the face and everything, but hopeless. Left feet going left, right, and centre. And we were picked on by a couple of supporting artists who were, I think, championship ballroom dancers in their own right. They'd give us these withering looks and mutter imprecations under their breaths, like, "Are you really supposed to win?" as they swept off, and we felt terribly demoralised by them.
I'd like you all to give a big round of applause to the runners-up, Penny and Raymond Craddock.
But I used to ballroom dance, you know, when I was, this is Derek, not Blake. When I was 17, which is a long time ago, I won a bronze and silver medal.
And the winners are Oscar Blaketon and Mary Clark.
And I was very pleased to see that it was Auntie Mary and Oscar that won, and not Craddock.
And action.
This year's Christmas Heartbeat promises to be another cracker.
You can't give away too much about the episode, but there's a bit of a scam going on, as ever, with Peggy.
There's room for only one Santa, Oscar.
We end up with 2 Father Christmases. Oscar Blaketon, who's decided he's going to do it for charity.
And a Merry Christmas.
And I get coerced into trying to do it for profit in Bernie's garage.
And Santa Claus isn't the only mysterious man in a flash suit to visit Aidensfield this Christmas.
Filming this year's Christmas special was great. My character, Ray Hallam, is a bit of a mystery. He comes into Aidensfield, you think, uh-oh, we're going to have trouble here, but as he might say to one of the coppers, never judge a book by the cover.
So book your seat for this year's party at the Aidensfield Arms. They've got all the usual trimmings and everything you'd expect from a good old-fashioned Heartbeat Christmas.
I'd just like to wish you all a very Merry Christmas.
Let's hear your ho, ho, ho.
Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas.
Hello, Santa. And a Happy New Year to you.
Paper chains? They're for children. Be very careful. Don't drink and drive.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
And a Happy New Year.
My office. Be good.
You what?
Not too good.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
And a Happy New Year. Don't you just love this time of year?
Roll on New Year.